Good morning, millennials. Welcome back to the Morning Toast. Happy Monday. Hope everyone had an amazing, refreshing, and fulfilling weekend.
Hope
I really
you
do.
did. I really had an amazing weekend. I don't know if when you have an amazing weekend, it makes Monday harder, or it gives you the joie de vivre to tackle this Monday head on.
I think it depends on what kind of weekend you had. If you had like an amazing weekend, having so much fun, getting so drunk, like Monday's rough. But if you had a really balanced, family-filled, enriching, nourishing, then I think that does give you the power to power through a Monday. I really do believe that.
Yeah, well, I did have the latter of weekends, but I just can't believe it's back to the top, you guys.
No, I know, because like we were literally just talking about this a week ago, like
back on the wheel,
Monday?
back on the grind. The hamster wheel continues.
Really? Monday.
Again.
Seems excessive.
Yeah, it's a lot.
We did have a great weekend, a jam-packed weekend. I saw Billy Joel.
You did?
Which was really
in
a
concert.
treat.
It sounds like you.
Oh, I didn't see
saw
him on the street.
Okay.
I saw him in concert. He has like a residency at MSG. This is my second time going, and it was really just, it was spectacular. I cannot recommend it enough. I think Billy Joel is extremely underrated, and I don't know if it's like he's really a New York thing because he exclusively plays in New York, and he's like huge in New York. I don't know if he's like as popular in like Nebraska, you know?
I think he's popular in Nebraska, and I don't think he's underrated. I think he's a really big deal.
No, I think he's extremely underrated. Like, I don't ever see him like getting awards, you know, or like.
I think he's won all the awards. I don't think he like comes out with new music.
I wonder if Billy Joel has any Grammys.
I'm sure he does. Uptown Girly.
Does Billy Joel?
Uptown Girly Girl has a Grammy.
You'd be
sure.
really surprised how many songs you knew. You know, New York State of Mind, Piano Man, I may be wrong. I may be crazy. He does. He has quite a lot. Okay, I feel better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that makes me feel better.
So he's properly rated, you think?
I love you just the way you are. No, but like I was talking to my friends. I'm like, I'm going to Billy Joel on Friday. They were like, that's so weird. I'm like, it's not. Like, I'm like, you don't even know. And I think a lot of people, at least people I spoke to, confuse Billy Joel with Elton John. Because even Ben was like, does Billy Joel sing Benny and the Jets? I'm like, no, that's Elton John. And Ben, the reason why we went is Ben is literally Billy Joel's #1 fan. Like, he grew up in a Billy Joel house.
Got it.
If you know,
I
you know.
confuse Billy Joel with Billy the comedian. Crystal, yeah.
Well, one of them is annoying and one of them's not. So it's actually not hard to confuse them.
Got it. Well, I'm glad you had a great time.
Yeah, it was really exceptional. If you have a chance to see Billy Joel, like, see it. It's quite a show.
Right after you see Gavin DeGraw.
And right after you head over to themorningtoast.com
and
/ Patreon.
To the Patreon because we recorded a Patreon episode yesterday, a new theme, which is always fun, and it's such a good one. We had you guys submit anonymously so you could be as free as you wanted, your unpopular opinions, and we went through a lot of them and just discussed our thoughts, and it was just fun to like talk about random subjects.
Peanut butter, avocados.
Dairy-free, gluten-free.
Allergies? Question mark. It was really a lot of hot takes, some that I agreed with and some that I like just did not understand. Like, I don't think Kelly Clarkson's that great. Like, what?
Yeah. That was a lot to digest, but it was such a great episode. There were there were hundreds of submissions, and we probably got to 20. So we will definitely do a part 2, and that's going to be really exciting.
Maybe a part 3.
Maybe
it's like a 5-part.
100 in each. No, we could actually.
We got over 500 submissions,
right? And I do think we did 20 of them,
or 10. Literally, we just were so chatty, like because you know what is up with Maroon 5? You know,
right?
They were really thought-provoking takes.
Yeah, and we had to dive into each one. We could dine out on this idea till the end of the year. And
you know what? I actually enjoyed really a lot, like the experience of recording that episode.
Yeah, me too. So we won't do that, but just know that that's how many hot takes there were. But it was interesting to see people having the same hot takes about something totally random.
Right, like Beyonce.
Oh yeah, or peanut butter. A lot of people like really hate peanut butter.
No, and like that just could never be me.
No.
Get you a sweet treat that also like a nutritionist would approve of. Like, what?
Love it.
And then yesterday we had the absolute honor, privilege, and joy of seeing the Downton Abbey movie. Finally, we took control of our own destiny, even though like
we had to wait for them to give it to us.
Right, we didn't go to the theater, but we were able to purchase it on Amazon Prime for a very fair, $25?
$25 to own it.
Which, if we went to the theater, us two, bunch of snacks, maybe a seat for Theo, like would have been
about $25 for one person with all that. Yeah.
So I thought it was a bargain, and I thought the movie was heavenly, like really, really extremely well done.
Extremely well done. I liked it more than I liked the first movie. I liked the beat, and I liked the plots because there were two big plots that could have each been their own
Separate,
movie.
yeah.
They gave us a lot, and there were so many like full circle moments. I felt, I don't want to spoil anything, but I just like had this, like I felt like the whole time they were framing each scene, like, I'm sure they were doing this like from a bird's eye view of like what it means from the beginning of the show. Because at the end, you can plug your ears for a second if you haven't seen it.
Let's talk about it in depth. So if you haven't seen the movie, like skip ahead the next 2-3 minutes.
Okay. So I just wanted to say, I don't even want to spoil the end about, what happens. But so they're filming a movie at Downton. That's one of the plots. And in the end, the extras, they hired the servants to be extras in the movie. And so all the servants are sitting at the dining table playing great lords and ladies from the 1800s, and the family is watching them behind the camera, and it's
standing.
Like it's the first time that the servants are at the table and the family is standing, and I just thought that was a really nice metaphor, because also throughout the years, it's like the servants have become family, and it's like
no, and the later you go in history, like that. Servants, they do sort of that culture like dies out.
Yeah. So it was really cool to see it inverted like that.
Yeah. I also felt like there was a couple storylines that like came full circle and like loose ends that were officially tied up. Obviously the first is clearly the Dowager. And then like just other people whose like journeys like came to a close.
Okay. Who?
You know? I was thinking of it before I went to bed and now.
Branson?
Oh no, Barrow.
Yes.
Barrow got,
What did you think about Dominic West in the movie?
Okay, so right when we started it, Jackie was like, remember Dominic West is in it. And that like immediately ruined my entire day because I just like really don't like him. But I will say like he was kind of extraordinary. Like first of all, I loved his character.
Uh-huh.
He was like this good guy actor from America, but with British roots. And I thought he was really great. And I think the way they tied up Barrow's storyline, because there really isn't that many realities in which Barrow, who was closeted, could have like a happy, fulfill what he called an honest life.
Yeah.
And I think he got as close to that as he'll ever get. And I actually really liked the ending for him.
Yeah.
And I thought Dominic West, I thought he was really good. And I thought that other American actress who was in the film, Dalgleish, I thought she was awesome.
I love Dalgleish. It was nice to have like a new face on the scene. Plus Dominic West, but we've already seen his face so many times. And I liked her character arc. And I really enjoyed it.
Also, yeah, I felt like at the end of the show, like a lot of people's storylines like became complete, like Edith. And that's why Edith wasn't like a major part of this movie, because like her future is set, you know? So I just felt like a lot of people who were kind of like hanging, like I wonder what happens to them, they kind of got their happy ending.
Okay, but Mary's still hanging. Where was Henry Talbot? Why wasn't the actor in the movie? Like, they obviously didn't say you can't be in the movie because they let everyone and their grandma in the movie. They let Carson's real-life wife come into the movies now. Like, obviously they wanted him to be there. This is an ensemble thing. He clearly didn't want to do the movie. And I think it's time for the 7 Husbands of Lady Mary Crawley.
No, I know. I thought maybe that's like the direction that the film was going, but it was not.
No, it was not. But if we do get a third film, which I think we could, even though I don't know that this one performed so well, but it's just hard because
I know
people
like,
didn't want to go to the movies.
It was so good. I thought like literally it was so beautiful. Like I need to go to the south of France.
We need to be in the French Riviera.
Immediately.
What are we still doing here?
So I really hope that it does like well on demand. And I think that it will, because we were talking about like the people who watch Downton like aren't running to the theaters.
Yeah.
So I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it too. I do hope there's a third movie where Lady Mary is divorced and
or maybe widowed, you know, because like divorce isn't like
she can't be widowed twice. No, but divorce is becoming not commonplace, but happening.
Yeah.
In the 1930s.
It just like honestly, whatever the ending for Mary is in terms of her love life, it's not going to be good because like she was meant to be with Matthew.
Right.
And they had to go and do that because he just had to do Beauty and the Beast, you know?
I mean, he gave us a lot.
No, he's a wonderful man.
Yeah. But I liked Luke Brandon playing her, you know, semi-love interest. Luke Brandon from Confessions of a Shopaholic plays Mr. Bob.
We were like watching, we were like, where is this guy from? And then when you said it, I was like, yes, like literally.
Scratch the itch.
It was so good.
It was so good. So we need to circle back with her. And they could do another movie, even though a lot of people are set in their ways. But you actually gave a really great idea to have the little kids grow up a little more, and then they can be debutantes, girls about town. But that puts us like 5 years from now, and then the war is really just looming.
Well, okay, first of all, I don't think I said that. I think it was someone else in the room. That sounds like a good idea. I definitely didn't say it. Okay. And yes, that's what we were saying. Like, it's now 1930, maybe 1931. Like, how much longer can they go on until they reach the Holocaust, which, like, of course, has to be addressed.
Right. And, like, little Sibby... We could have, like, little Sibby being, like, 17, 18, being, like, Rose.
Right, but that's, like, 8 years, and that's the Holocaust.
That would be, like, 1938. Yeah, we're creeping in. And also, it's World War II for Britain. So, right, it's Blitzkrieg.
It's a lot.
It's giving Blitzkrieg.
It's a lot. So, I don't know where they go from here, especially because they started in 1929, and I feel like they maybe ended in, like, 31.
Yeah.
Because the baby was born. Yeah. And, like, looked pretty big. So, I don't know.
I don't know either, but I'm open to it. You actually, I think this was your idea also, just attributing all the good ideas to you, that for the next movie, they should go to America.
That was my good idea.
But we're creeping into the Depression, and I don't know that's the vibe. That's the vibe.
I don't think it's the vibe. But they should have done it like in the show. There needed to be something like the Downtons in
American moment, like a summer in Newport.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you're saying is it's not the vibe. Stop.
That is exactly what I'm saying. How did you know? Okay, official Downton recap. Over.
Come back.
So we've got a great show. We've got 5 measly stories. It's Monday. We have a lot of people who went through some deep, dark shit over the weekend, and they are unburdening themselves in our Unburden Yourselves segment.
Okay, I look forward to hearing what you guys have for us. And I guess without further ado, it is time for the Fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast.
And today's episode is brought to you by the new Starbucks Baya energy drink. With caffeine naturally found in coffee fruit, it's energy that's good. It's a beverage that is crafted from caffeine naturally found in coffee fruit, as well as antioxidant vitamin C. It includes 3 delicious fruity flavors: mango guava, raspberry lime, and pineapple passion fruit. Each 12-ounce can has 90 calories, and it contains 160 milligrams of caffeine. So if you're looking for a new way to get energy and coffee's never really been your thing, check out the Starbucks Baya energy drink. I love the mango guava flavor. It's really refreshing. We keep them in the studio. It's a great thing to drink first thing on a dreary Monday. Starbucks Baya energy drink is available online, at grocery stores, convenience stores, and gas stations nationwide. Today's episode is also brought to you by Slotomania. Life is too short without a day without fun. Get a thrill whenever you need it with Slotomania, the world's #1 free slot game. You'll have endless excitement at your fingertips with 170 free-to-play slot games, huge jackpots, an interactive community, and 1 million free coins. It's a perfect escape from your daily routine. So there's nothing more exhilarating than huge jackpots, special prizes, and free coin rewards every day. Slotomania makes every day fun-tastic with engaging graphics and realistic sound effects. So actually, I downloaded Slotomania from a TikTok ad like a couple months ago because I live for a phone game. I'm like a toddler. And it's really super fun to play. You know, guys, I love going to a casino, so it's very much the vibe. And with added perks like free spins and free coins, there's always something unexpected waiting. When your day is feeling stale, just ask, what will today spin? If you're 21 or older, you can join millions of players around the world. Download Slotomania, the #1 free slots game on the App Store or Google Play Store, and get 1 million free coins. That's Slotomania on the App Store or Google Play Store for 1 million free coins.
Great. Also, does Dominic West's performance in Downton Abbey make you more okay or excited for him in The Crown as Prince Charles?
Like, yeah, but here's my question. Is Dominic West British?
Yes, I just saw he's born in Yorkshire.
Okay, so like that definitely helps because the thing I liked about Downton is like it's protected from thirst monsters because you have to be like organic to...
Yeah. And also in the new Downton movie was Imelda Staunton, who is going to be playing the Queen in The Crown, Maud Bagshaw.
Who's actually Carson's real-life wife.
And the parents of...
one of the Featherington girls, the irrelevant ones.
Yeah. But they turned out to be kind of cute in the end.
Yeah, no, but it's not Lady Whistledown.
No, not Whistledown.
Yeah. So, Dominic West. It's definitely better. It softens the blow. I really did think he was great, but like something about him, maybe it was his character in The Affair and then that like weird Lily James affair thing, which is also weird because Lily James was in Downton Abbey, that makes me just like kind of icked out by him. Like he gives the ick.
Yeah, I hated The Affair more than any show. Did. I didn't even finish it. That's how, and I went through a bunch of seasons and I hated it so much. I was like, I need to stop watching this. It's making me angry.
I actually really liked it. Of course, there were things that made me angry, like watching the same episode, watching the same 30 minutes twice, but from two people's perspectives. Like, How much time do you think we have? Like, for real?
I know. But, conceptually, it's an interesting idea. How he remembers it versus how she remembers it. Like, he thought she was coming on to him. Like, she saw it as, like, he was...
It's a good idea for one episode, not for a whole show.
Yeah. They stopped eventually.
Yes. But, so there were things I really didn't like about it. It's like, Allison's character and the whole 30-minute thing. But there were things I really did like about it. Maura Tierney, Joshua Jackson. There were things I really liked. And I did finish it. And, like, did I ever tell you how it ended? Do you want to know?
No, tell me.
Okay, spoiler alert, if you're in the middle of watching The Affair, if you ever plan on watching it, I'm going to spoil the ending, okay? You're going to die. They get back together.
Who?
The initial married couple, The Affair. Maura Tierney and Dominic West.
Even after the murder and the baby.
Yeah. And then I think she dies or something because they fast forward to the future and he goes back to Montauk and spreads her ashes. It's so stupid.
So stupid. No, they really lost me that season with Brendan Fraser.
Oh, that was incredibly stupid, but justice for Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, because at the end of it, he didn't even do those things.
No, Noah was
going
psychologically unwell.
Yeah.
Do you know about the internet's obsession with Brendan Fraser?
No.
Okay, so a couple of years ago, some random, I think it was a podcast or something, somebody decided to interview Brendan Fraser. And everyone knows Brendan Fraser from when he was really young and very handsome and and Boy Next Door. And then we kind of haven't heard from him really, except he was in The Affair. And he did this interview and he was just being so cute. And he looks like a dad now. He just looks like pajama material. And the interview went so viral, especially on TikTok. People literally are obsessed with him. He has a whole new career now because of his internet fandom.
And what does he do with it?
Nothing. He just engages with people online all the time. He loves it. He gives major dad energy.
I'm looking for what podcast it was.
Or a web show. Don't quote me on that.
Well, I think he has a podcast now.
Of course he does. Welcome.
Or it's called the Brendan Fraser Podcast and it's hosted by other people. That might be it.
What?
It's other people have a podcast called the Brendan Fraser Podcast.
Another person named Brendan Fraser?
No, just people who are Brendan Fraser fans.
See, I'm telling you.
I think.
No, there's something there. I love Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, they talk about everything Brendan Fraser.
I'm telling you, he has a crazy fan club. And I get it. I mean, I saw George of the Jungle. And what was that other movie?
With the phone, where he sells his soul?
Yeah, with Elizabeth Hurley.
I think it's called Bedazzled.
No, that's what I was thinking. Bewitched. It's
No, Brendan Fraser.
Wait, don't tell me. I know it.
I think it's really Bedazzled.
It's a word exactly like bedazzled.
Okay.
It's besmirched.
No.
Bewildered. It's with a B and it's to dazzle, but it's not bedazzle. What is it?
I'm looking.
Look up Elizabeth Hurley.
Bedazzled.
Bedazzled. He sells his soul to the devil, and Elizabeth Hurley is the devil.
Yeah, and he he keeps making calls on a phone to get a new life or something.
Such a good movie.
So good.
Yeah.
Okay, now that we've recapped Brendan Fraser, we can get into the Fast Five stories. And the first one is that Amber Heard did the Today Show this morning.
Same thing.
And says that she doesn't blame the jury for the verdict. She calls Johnny a fantastic actor. So Amber Heard doesn't blame the jury for Johnny Depp's recent victory in their defamation trial. She said, quote, "I actually understand. He's a beloved character and people feel they know him. He's a fantastic actor." She went on to call the social media negativity surrounding the trial unfair. She said, quote, "Even somebody who is sure I am deserving of all this hate and vitriol, even if you think that I'm lying, you still couldn't look me in the eye and tell me that you think on social media there's been a fair representation. You cannot tell me that you think this has been fair."
Okay, I actually don't disagree with her. And I feel we talked about this a lot throughout the trial, what social media was contributing, but I don't think that has anything to do with the verdict.
Right, social media is irrelevant to the verdict, and actually,
right, because jurors aren't allowed.
If she thinks the trial was fair and the jury did their job, if they had ruled, even if there was no social media taking sides, once the jury ruled, then that's what people would have went with anyway.
I agree with the point she's making, but I don't see how it's relevant at all because jurors are not allowed. Aren't they kept in hotels? Are not allowed to engage in social media because that would obviously be creating bias. So I agree. If you look on social media, and that's something I think we all experience, when we first started dipping our toes in the trial, and it's wow, there's so much pro Johnny content because Johnny has a lot of fans. And
was it really Johnny's fans making the content?
Yes.
Okay.
He has ravenous
but
fans.
Shouldn't Amber have a lot of fans too? She is an Aquaman. She's also a big actress. There was that
franchise.
1 year she was the most Googled woman in the world. for her looks, like not for anything tabloid. Like it was like the most beautiful something.
Yeah, no, she definitely should. But I think, and that was something that they discussed during the trial, were like Q scores and social media followings of Amber versus other people in the Marvel universe, like Gal Gadot, like Jason Momoa, and what that researcher's conclusion was that like Amber in comparison to other Marvel, and I don't know if it's Marvel, whatever, like other comic book people, she had a much lower likability from social media, from the public.
Who was putting this researcher on the stand? Amber's people?
Both people. They both had researchers. I think it was Amber's person, and then Johnny had a rebuttal because it was Amber's agent basically saying, comparing her to Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, Zendaya, and like maybe Chris Evans in terms of like what they're getting paid, how Amber was just like them, and Johnny trying to get her Amber alleged that Johnny tried to get her out of Aquaman 2. And so Amber's witness on the test, Amber's, what is it called? Expert was basically like, well, look at what all these other people are doing, and he tried to get her fired, so that
could have been her,
and that's considered damages. But then they had someone come on and be like, well, actually, she's not like Zendaya, Gal Gadot, or Jason Momoa, and here's why. Here's her Q score. Here's her social media numbers, and it was much lower than Gal Gadot and Jason Momoa and Chris Evans and Zendaya.
Got it.
Which honestly, I don't think her agent should have ever compared her to those people because
no, but it's good because it looks like they have all this, and that could have been Amber too, even though like not at all.
They're not on the same level.
No, in each situation, like Gal Gadot was Wonder Woman.
She had her own franchise.
Aquawoman.
Yeah. I guess a good comparison would be Zendaya.
No, but Zendaya is Zendaya not because she was the leading lady in Spider-Man, but because she's Zendaya.
Yeah.
Like, you could be on Shake It Up and then maybe call me.
That's true. No, it's like, get you a girl who can go from Shake It Up Chicago to literally Cannes Film Festival.
Literally. Plus everything in between. Greatest Showman, Euphoria.
Spider-Man.
Where's that body of work from Amber?
Yeah. So I don't really know. I mean, I guess she had to do something in terms of a response if she plans on having a public life.
Yeah.
So I think this is a good first step, but I don't really understand like the relevance of the point she's making.
Yeah, and I also think that people are either Team Johnny or they're Team Amber, and if they are Team Johnny, like they see her in this light, and interviews like this just perpetuate what they think that they see, which is that she's lying and that she's, changing the narrative.
That's actually a fair point.
And the people who are Team Amber are still Team Amber. I don't know that this will change any hearts and minds.
I think if any hearts and minds were going to be changed, it was going to be during the trial.
100%.
And now that's over.
100%. I think minds were changed in the other direction.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I agree with Amber. Like, social media was not in her favor, and it wasn't like a fair fight because Johnny did have this like, huge fan base. But at the end of the day, that has absolutely nothing to do with the jury's decision.
Yeah.
And, I was thinking the other day how we haven't had any jury interviews, book proposals. Like, I was waiting. I thought literally the next day there would be like a GMA with one thirsty juror,
Yeah.
The
all
thirsty
we need
juror.
is one thirsty juror.
But we haven't. And I'm curious. Usually we find out what happens like in the room,
Yeah.
Was it unanimous? Was it a fight? But we haven't heard anything.
Yeah.
Where are the thirsty jurors?
I don't know.
Maybe
Couldn't
there's
be
like
us.
a time. Like, maybe there's a statue of, like, they can't talk for a few weeks. I don't know.
Yeah, or maybe, like, they miss their families. They're just taking a breath. They don't want to talk about Amber and Johnny for 5 minutes. And they'll resurface.
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see. But also, in order to be on a celebrity trial like this, you can't be interested in celebrity things. So I'm sure most of the jury members, like, don't want that life.
Yeah, I mean, before you go to trial, especially with these big fancy lawyers, they spend literally days going through people. So I think they had to ultimately have landed on a group of jurors who aren't the biggest Pirates of the Caribbean and Aquaman fans, because that wouldn't be fair.
Yeah.
That's like an explicit bias.
Yeah.
So
maybe like they in turn had to choose non-thirsty jurors.
Which is just a loss for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you ready for our next story? Some great news.
Some great news?
Jennifer Hudson became an EGOT winner last night at the 2022 Tony Awards when she won for A Strange Loop. She joined the ranks of the select few who have gotten all the prestigious performance awards. She joins the exclusive list of 16 other winners, including the likes of Audrey Hepburn, Alan Menken, Andrew Lloyd Webber, and Whoopi Goldberg, who all won awards at the Emmys, Grammys, Oscars, and Tonys. Hence, EGOT.
Okay, so I didn't even realize Jennifer Hudson was in the running, or else I would have like actually like paid attention to
the Tonys last night.
Right, because I know a couple people who are almost there. Like I know Lady Gaga's maybe halfway there. As of last night, RuPaul is halfway there because he won a Tony and he's won like 1 million Emmys. I don't know how he's gonna get an Oscar.
Halfway there. It's not
it's
really.
A start.
It's a start, but like I'm interested in the 3/4 there.
Yeah, I think Lady Gaga's 3/4 there.
I think so too.
So I didn't know. I was like keeping my eye on certain people, and I didn't even know Jennifer Hudson was almost there. And the best part is like when you watch her, she won with an ensemble, so she didn't like make a speech or anything. She was standing with the group, and you literally see her realize that like, oh my God, it's the 4th one. Like I got it. I don't think she went into it being like, I'm gonna get an EGOT.
Yeah,
it's so crazy, and she's so talented, and this is proof that you don't need to win American Idol.
You don't need to win American Idol. I wonder if when you become an EGOT, you get a trophy for EGOT.
No.
No, because they're all separate entities, so there's no EGOT entity.
No, I think some people make necklaces.
That's cute.
Yeah. Do you think there's like a yearly meeting of the EGOTs? Like
there
the
should
ones
be.
Who are alive?
There should be.
Yeah.
There should be.
I feel like there definitely is, and like currently Whoopi Goldberg is the like leader of it.
Yeah. Well, I guess let's do what we love to do.
See whose other
the
EGOTs are.
16 EGOTs.
Yeah, John Legend, I know.
Alan Menken, love. You know him.
Love.
Beauty and the Beast score.
Do I know what he looks like?
You don't know.
Oh,
you
okay.
love his work.
Okay.
He did Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, love.
Alan Menken, we love him.
I didn't realize I was a fan of Alan Menken.
Oh, Audrey Hepburn.
Familiar.
Whoopi Goldberg. John Legend. Rita Moreno.
Oh, West Side Story.
Yep. Mel Brooks.
Oh.
Tim Rice.
Unfamiliar.
Me as well. Mike Nichols. Richard Rogers.
Rogers and Hammerstein.
Ah,
I
look
think.
at you.
I think.
No, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Jonathan Tunick. Marvin Hamlish. I think these are a lot of like musical direction, like behind the scenes people, like Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Right. The thread that pulls, an EGOT together is really music. You can't just be an actor and win all 4, because how the fuck are you going to win a Grammy? So people who get EGOTs normally do music for movies, for TV shows, for theater.
Yeah.
And that's why it's mostly people you probably haven't heard of, but that's why when like a forward-facing celebrity wins, it's like even more impressive.
Yeah. Robert Lopez. It's interesting to see all the like he wrote Let It Go and Remember Me.
Oh, yes.
Those are from like the more contemporary and Book of Mormon. John Gielgud and Jennifer Hudson and Helen Hayes.
Good for her.
And Scott Rudin. And that's it.
That's it.
This
is like one of the last few things I think that are like a really big deal, because I feel like these days, everyone has an Emmy, but like to have an EGOT is such a big deal.
I think they should rebrand. Like it's not enough to have an EGOT. You have to have a REGOT.
A Razzie as well?
One Razzie.
100%.
Just to show that you're able to flop and get back up on the horse.
Strength, perseverance, courage,
grit.
And it shows that you can laugh at yourself.
I'm interested in the REGOTs.
This is huge. Like, really? This is maybe one of your best ideas yet. I actually completely agree.
Do you think any of these people have a Razzie?
Yeah.
A Razzie is prestigious.
Well, Razzies are contemporary. John Legend maybe has a...
Let's see. Oh, well, Kat's got a Razzie.
And who was in Cats?
Jennifer Hudson. She is REGOT.
She's the first REGOT winner. Because I don't think the Razzies were around for Audrey Hepburn. Check if John Legend has a REGOT.
Okay.
As a Razzie. Wow.
John Legend Razzie. Wait, here's an article. This is our sort of publication. 2 EGOT winners are also Razzie winners.
So there's 2 REGOTs.
There are 2 REGOTs.
Does that include Jennifer Hudson, though? Because there may be 3 then.
Let's see. It is incredible. Hold on. It's like very verbose.
Wordy.
Alan Menken has a Razzie for the song High Times, Hard Times from the musical Newsies.
Okay.
And he got that the same year he won an Oscar. That's always my favorite, when you get a Razzie and an Oscar the same year. Sandra Bullock.
And who was the other one who got a Razzie?
Minnelli. Is that
Liza?
But she wasn't on that EGOT list. Oh my God, this is an article about REGOTs. Whoopi Goldberg is just 1 Razzie win away from gaining REGOT status.
Okay, but even though like it's an article, like you had the idea like originally.
I did, I promise you. But I'm glad to know there's people who think like me.
Okay, the REGOT is huge. REGOT? No, Jackie. EGOT, no thanks. REGOT, yeah.
REGOT over greater than
Yeah, that's
EGOT.
what I was
REGOT
over greater than.
She's making fun of me. Okay. Wow. Congratulations, Jennifer Hudson. Like, you've won them all.
Huge.
Brava. Are you ready for our next story? Mm-hmm. Justin Bieber has postponed 2 upcoming New York City shows following Ramsay Hunt syndrome diagnosis.
I'm sorry, like, you're trying to tell me Ramsay Hunt is the name of an illness and not someone from Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
That's shocking.
It's clearly a nefarious name.
Yeah.
No matter
nothing good can come from Ramsay.
Nothing. Justin Bieber will not be performing in New York City this week amid his ongoing health battle. The 28-year-old singer, who recently revealed that he'd been diagnosed with Ramsay Hunt syndrome, was originally slated to perform at the city's famed MSG on Monday and Tuesday. But he posted to social media a video and text saying that he was taking some time off of his tour to deal with some health issues, including Ramsay Hunt syndrome, where half of his face is paralyzed.
Mm-hmm. I mean, heartbroken. I was literally supposed to be getting ready for Justin Bieber now.
You were going?
Tonight, yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'm so upset, but obviously I understand, and I'm wishing him the best. And, it's just like...
scary.
It's scary also because this is like a freak thing, and I feel like something similar just happened to Haley. Like, she had like a freak stroke.
She had a mini
25-year-old healthy girl, knock wood. And like, these things just shouldn't happen to young people, and it's like freak things. And I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I hope he's okay too. I don't know really anything about this syndrome, like how long, how it starts or anything.
Right.
So I just hope he's getting the help that.
Yeah, I don't think it's permanent. I think it's something like that goes through you.
Oh, okay.
People have compared it to Bell's palsy a little bit. Again, I don't know much about that, but I do think in the long run he will be okay.
Okay, great.
But this is like, he canceled the New York ones, and he canceled ones last week too. So it's like, it's been a long thing.
Got it.
Yeah. And the Justice Tour was going so well.
Yeah. The clips, it looked jumping.
I know. I was so ready. Like, and you are the only one I'll ever love. I gotta tell you. I was so excited, like pumped.
Ugh, I'm sorry.
I know.
Well, we also didn't discuss how Thrice is here today.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
If you were listening to the podcast, you would never know that Theo is here today because he's being a gorgeous angel.
And if you're watching on YouTube, you can understand. I don't know why every time Theo comes here, he insists on snapping his neck. Like, lay.
I don't know why he lays like that
He
either.
loves to lay with his head, like his full body on the couch and head hanging off the edge of the couch. And it's like, don't you get sore?
Yeah, but he likes it. And who are we to tell him?
I know, but every time I go back and watch an old episode that he's on, he sleeps like that.
It looks like he's not well, but he's okay.
Maybe he's just holding a lot of tension in his neck,
He can just release it.
Yeah, it's a lot of work being,
Thrice.
The star of the family, yeah.
Bryce, but together.
Well,
no.
The
together,
star.
They're the Strice
the
brothers.
Star, yeah.
It's hard to be one half of the Strice brothers.
No, and it's hard to be Theo, the star.
The co-star.
Wow.
Co-star.
The star.
Are you ready for our next story? Speaking of stars, one of your favorite in the galaxy.
Is it my favorite star in the galaxy? That's brought to you by Kitsch?
Yes.
When did beauty get so complicated? So much time, too much money, not enough that works for you.
That's what we were talking about on Patreon yesterday.
I know. That's why Kitsch was created, to simplify self-care and beauty products that give you a major boost so you can go on to your next thing. They offer game-changing, time-saving beauty essentials for hair, skin, and body at Kitsch. Whatever your budget, your skin type, your hair type, Kitsch believes you deserve little indulgences at affordable prices, morning, noon, and night. So they started in 2010, and their bestsellers include the satin pillowcases, caps, eye masks, satin that is vegan and cruelty-free, not like silk, which was made from silkworms. They're really great for your hair and skin while you sleep. I recently got on the satin pillowcase trend because I got one from Kitsch, and I have to say, like, my hair, no longer unruly when I wake up.
It's game-changing. Your skin.
Yeah, the wrinkles on your face. They also have the shampoo and conditioner bars, which are bottle-free beauty, which I've been seeing a lot of people start using, and I think it's really great. Obviously, it's a great way to reduce plastic, and it just, like, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So the shampoo and conditioner bars are one of their best sellers, and the heatless satin curling rollers. You can say bye to heat damage. There are TikTok videos videos of people throwing away their $600 curlers for this. Heatless curls are the new frontier.
Yeah.
So Kitsch is offering you 30% off your entire order at mykitsch.com/toast. That's right, 30% off anything and everything at mykitsch, mykitsch.com/toast. That's mykitsch.com/toast for 30% off your order. I highly recommend that satin pillowcase. It will change your life.
Great. Okay, our next story. Taylor Swift surprises fans with a performance at the Tribeca Film Festival.
Yes, she did.
At Saturday's Tribeca Film Festival screening of All Too Well, the short film, the musical multi-hyphenate was slated to speak with director Mike Mills about her foray into filmmaking. But she surprised guests by ending the afternoon with a live acoustic performance.
Like, obviously, like, what was she going to do? Not perform?
Yeah, so she performed All Too Well extended version, and the fans were quaking.
Yeah, it was at the Beacon Theater, right? Which is just really near and dear to my heart.
I heard, like, before her mic was turned on, she sat down and she's like, so you're saying Claudia Oshry performed on this stage?
Yeah, I heard that too, but obviously I can't confirm nor deny. And so, first of all, I love the All Too Well 10-minute video. I think it's literally a work of art. I'm glad it's getting its moment. And it really just, like, this whole Taylor All Too Well movie thing makes me just love Sadie Sink. Like, to me, like, she emerged the hero from this whole thing, because I feel like she's always playing second fiddle to Millie Bobby Brown on Stranger Things.
Do you watch Stranger Things?
No, but
I've never seen it.
No, me neither, but I know the whole cast is famous and Millie Bobby Brown is, like, the most famous, and it's like, well, what about Sadie Sink? Now I'm glad Sadie Sink is having, like, her special thing.
Yeah, this is very special.
Yeah, it's a huge honor. What's that guy's name?
Dylan O'Brien.
I like him too. I didn't really, like, think of him before, but any friend of Taylor's a friend of mine.
Dylan O'Brien from Curb.
Who's he in Curb?
Remember, Larry's trying to get him to play young Larry, and he has to, like, go to his concert and listen to his music.
Yes. I also know him from...
He's from the Disney Channel. I'm pretty sure he's
he's not. He's from Teen Wolf.
Are you sure?
Positive.
He's so Disney.
He's not Disney at all.
Oh, you're right. Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
He looks like the brother from...
And he's in that franchise that was, like, big. The commercial
is
like
he's
sliding through that cement door.
And he's from The Internship, which is the best movie, not the one we watched this weekend.
Okay, we also watched The Intern this weekend, which is just, like, one of Nancy Meyer's forgotten films.
No, it's like, it gets so much credit, but, like,
it's beautiful.
I never choose to watch it because I've seen it and I know it's amazing. But, like, watch it again. It's so amazing. But no, he's the one with Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn, which is actually my favorite movie. And he plays, like, the kid on the other team who's, like, an asshole.
Yeah. You know, I didn't even realize there were two iconic films literally with the same name, The Intern and The Internship.
No, he plays the person on their team who's the asshole. But then, of course, Heart of Gold.
Of course. You put him in a blender.
When the team works together.
Yeah.
They're googly.
Taylor looked great. She sang, of course, I saw the performance. It was really quite breathtaking.
She sings beautifully.
Beautifully.
She chanted her Haftorah portion beautifully.
Yeah, we're so proud of you. Mazel tov. And it was a gorgeous afternoon in New York City. You know, we don't get those a lot.
No, we really don't.
No.
So it was nice to see. I hope she wins for the film festival.
I don't think is it a competition?
It should be.
I think you're right.
Get a sparkle. Yeah, someone should win.
Yeah.
Like something. But also, like, is this a short film that could be in contention at the Oscars? Am
EGOT.
I smelling an EGOT?
Well, she was nominated for Cats, obviously. That didn't win.
But that's giving REGOT.
But does she only have G?
She has G, L, A, M, O.
You're turning it to me.
Oh, yes. G.
Does she have anything other than a G? No.
Are
you okay?
Does she have an E? I feel like she was being an actress at some point.
No.
Does she have an O?
But she might have written a song.
Is it a Z shirt?
Oh my God. Are you okay?
Is it an F shirt?
You okay? I think she only has a G, which would mean she's incredibly far away.
And she has an R for Cats.
Pretty close, yeah.
But I do think, like, this should be a short film that's in contention at the O.
Yes.
ROUS. It's just so fun. I'm a big Jack Harlow fan.
I know you are.
I just really like that song.
I know, even though it's, like, not his song.
No, but I also don't even think I've ever heard the whole song. I just, like, hear it on Instagram and also, like, from other people's radios when I'm at a red light.
I could put you in.
First class, up in the sky.
We're, like, such, like, rap girlies.
Such. Are you ready for our fifth and final story?
Yeah.
Speaking of music.
Mm-hmm. You've got the music in me.
Are you ready for our fifth and final story?
Yeah, I'm like kind of, I don't really want to do
you don't want to sing?
It's not that I don't want to sing. I'm just like not in the mood to sing that particular song today.
Do you have a different song in your heart?
It's written in all of us, and it's brought us here because you are the story in me.
Gorgeous. Our fifth and final story is that the Real Housewives of New Jersey star Joe Gorga has gone off on one of his tenants in a wild video, saying that he hasn't paid rent for 4 years. Joe Gorga went nuclear on one of his tenants in a rent dispute over an apartment complex the star owns, and the screaming match is intense. The heated argument is a peak Jersey showdown, with landlord Joe getting all up in the grill of his tenant and profanities and accusations flying in both directions. The incident went down Thursday, and it sounds like this dispute has been brewing for a while. Joe's lawyer claims the tenant hasn't paid rent for a few years and owes nearly $50,000 in back rent. Sorry, it's a rant about rent. As you can gather from the video, the tenant sees things differently, claiming Joe's gotten a good chunk of rent money from the state due to a COVID relief program. While Joe's attorney says Joe collected nearly $40,000 in COVID rental assistance from New Jersey, he claims the guy hasn't paid rent on his own since October 2018 and still owes the nearly $50,000 sum. Joe's rep says Joe initially felt bad for the guy and didn't want to evict him, but as you can tell from this video, Joe's had a change of heart. His rep says they've now filed eviction papers. For his part, the tenant says he's a restaurant manager who lost his job during COVID and is still trying to get back on his feet.
Yeah, but if you haven't paid rent since October 2018 and the pandemic started in 2020,
yeah.
I mean, how does it get to this place? Like, I feel like, aren't the rules like you don't pay rent 1 month, like you're out?
Yeah, but the rules did change during COVID.
Yes, but I'm sorry, October 2018, that's literally a year and a half.
No, totally. So you couldn't evict people during COVID because they had like a rent moratorium or something.
And the eviction courts were closed, which I think was fair. Even though we happened, the eviction courts were closed, but somehow we got evicted from our old office during COVID.
Right. But I think for Joe, like maybe if the guy wasn't paying in 2018, like maybe it was just more of like a relationship where it's like, okay, you'll get me back. Get me back next time. But now this is going on 4 years, and it seems as though Joe's patience has worn out.
Yeah, but like, doesn't Joe, first of all, I didn't even know Joe was a landlord. Like,
right.
We're learning so much about his business, and honestly, I don't think I really understood what his business was up until now. And two, like, doesn't he like run a big company? Like, shouldn't there be other people like taking care of this?
Yeah, but they clearly didn't take care of it.
Right. I don't know how you let this go on for 4 years.
Yeah. And then you wind up on TMZ.
No, and like when I pulled up this story, there was like a still shot from the video, and it's like someone in their car filming Joe with his phone filming, and it's like it's giving Karen, you know?
Yeah.
And you never want to be associated with like that. Like I always think like I will do anything in my power to avoid ever getting into one of those videos that like go viral on TikTok and YouTube. Like if there's ever like a moment on a plane where like I want to start a fight, like I won't, just because like that video will haunt me till the day I die. Mm-hmm. And so Joe he has that now, and that's tough.
Yeah.
Nobody wants a Karen video.
But is it the Karen who's filming? It depends on the situation. Sometimes it's the Karen filming.
No, totally, but like I just don't want to be associated with any Karen-like videos, you know?
Yeah.
Even if I'm
okay,
totally
like,
justified.
But you got to get paid 4 years, no pay.
No,
like,
yeah.
So say like someone owed you 4 years of payment. Like say like, I don't know what it could be.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Okay, no, like say you were working like for a brand for 4 years and they wouldn't pay you and your agents couldn't get the money, and like you needed to show up to the offices and demand your money. Like would the fear of having a video, an unflattering video, stop you from getting what's yours?
Yes, actually I did go through something like this with an extremely large brand. And this was a couple of years ago, and I literally was so fucking annoying. It's like when you do an influencer partnership, usually it's like net 30, net 60, which means the brand has like 30 days or 60 days to pay you.
But it's in your contract, whatever you
it's in your contract. Mine was net 30, but like usually they pay you literally the next week if it's like a normal brand that's like easy to work with. And this particular brand, I won't say it because it wasn't the brand's fault, it was the marketing agency, and I would love to put them on blast, but I won't because I feel like there are a lot of toasters who work there. I was emailing non-fucking stop. Actually, I kind of want to find the email because I was being so crazy. It was a lot of money, and it was like months going by, and their office I knew was like really close to my old apartment, and I was like, I'll come by and pick up the check. I literally sounded crazy. Hold on. Payment. I'll just type. Oh, here. Oh, yeah, okay, here. They kept saying the check is in the mail, which is like so. I'm like, hi, checking in again. I said, hi, this is getting ridiculous, very unfair. Payment is over a month late. I've been extremely patient, but this is outrageous. No response. I wrote again, any update here? Will payment be processed in 2017, this year? Do you have a date? Anything helpful? No response. Can you believe that? Again. Oh, then they write, I have your check. Apologies for the delay. I said, thank you. What was it sent out? She goes, they were playing with me. And then at the end, she never responded. She said, yes, you should receive it next week. Next week comes. I said, I'm doing my best to remain patient, but this is out of control. You had the check on Tuesday. It's Monday. My home is less than 5 blocks from your office. I'm happy to come pick it up because we'll need this squared away before the holiday. Please assist. I finally do get the check.
In the mail, or you went and got it?
In the mail. She said, we just sent it in the mail today. After she said she had it a week ago. Liars. And I'm like, but you had it on Tuesday and said on Friday it was already sent out. And now it's Monday and you're saying you're sending it out. I did eventually get it, but that's how I would handle it, being really fucking annoying on email, to answer your question in.
Okay.
And then I never worked with the brand again. And honestly, that was their call, not mine. But like, I probably wouldn't have worked with them again.
Yeah, no. I'm looking forward to finding out what brand this was.
Yeah. You want me to tell you?
You can tell me offline.
Okay. I'm going to whisper it to you?
No, that's like, people hate when we do that.
I really want to say it, but like, I'm not in the business of, turning down business.
Just tell me. Huh? Oh, wow. That's surprising.
No, I know, because it's like literally a multi-billion-dollar brand, and it had nothing to do with the brand. It was the agency, and I know this agency like extremely well.
Okay. Wow. Well, Thank you for that personal anecdote. You got to get what's yours.
You got to get what's yours. So I understand like but also like if you're getting, I guess it's tough because like if he was getting COVID relief, then he couldn't lay off his tenant, but his tenant wasn't paying rent for a year and a half before that.
Right.
And now out of it, I don't think the COVID relief still stands.
Right. And I doubt he's looking for 4 years worth of rent. I'm sure he's still looking for like the 2 years before COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But it's like hard to lose your job during COVID.
Right.
Because the government shut you down.
Right.
I don't know.
So those are the past 5.
You definitely needed to know them.
Nah.
No?
Except for the REGOT.
REGOT you needed to know.
100%.
Must know.
But don't cry. Don't even get sad because the show's not even close to being over. It's Unburden Yourselves time, which is our Monday segment where you can write into unburdenyourselves@gmail.com and tell us something embarrassing that happened to you over the weekend that you can't get out of your mind. And we will officially take that burden and on it. It feels good to share. This is a safe space. We try not to judge. Sometimes it's hard, but I think we're getting better. And we just want to make you feel better.
That's part of the process. That's how we this burden. We process it. And just come over here.
Yeah, that's how we let it go.
Give me your burden. I will carry it for you. I will complain about the weight, and then I will set it down.
Yeah. And we have 3 really good ones, and they're brought to you by Hungry Root. Trying to eat a little healthier, feel a little better, and have an easier time in the kitchen? We found the easiest way to do it, and the secret is Hungry Root. Hungry Root is the easiest way to get fresh, high-quality food delivered to your door. They've got healthy groceries and simple recipes all in one place. A fun short quiz is all Hungry Root needs to get to know you, your goals, and how you like to eat. Are you gluten-free? Noted. Do you like sweets? They'll keep it top of mind and get to work. Hungry Root will recommend groceries that they think you'll love, take their suggestions, or choose what you want from their fresh produce, high-quality meat and seafood, pantry staples, and all the healthy snacks and sweets you'll ever need. You're not getting your weekly grocery haul. You can also shop thousands of simple recipes that actually put your food to use. Everything Hungry Root offers follows a simple standard. It has to be delicious, quick to prepare, and made from whole, trusted ingredients. Spend less time shopping and cooking and more time enjoying healthy food that you'll actually love with Hungry Root. Right now, Hungry Root is offering the Morning Toast listeners 30% off your first delivery and a free gift with every delivery. Just go to hungryroot.com/toast to get 30% off your first delivery and choose your free gift. That's hungryroot.com/toast. Don't forget to use our link so they know we sent you.
Wonderful.
Okay, ready? Unburden yourselves. First up, hey girls. This show is truly the only place where I can unburden myself on this one. Sometimes I get a burst of the wildest diarrhea, like topless, sweating, sitting on the toilet, crying for help. It's always so random, so I looked up on my phone, why do I randomly get diarrhea? Fast forward to Saturday night when I was out with my friends and this really hot guy in my friend group that I like to flirt with, was asking me questions about this festival we were planning on going to. He took my phone to look something up, and I hadn't cleared my search from the diarrhea questioning. He announced the search to the group, and everyone was making fun of me, and I feel like I'll truly never recover. I'm mortified.
Ugh, I hate him.
No, you didn't do anything wrong.
You didn't do anything wrong, and okay, so it's embarrassing that he saw it. The fact that he announced it, immature, disgusting piece of shit, I'm done with him.
Yeah.
Lesson learned, and the fact that your friends laughed, get new friends.
Yeah. If anything, you look like the hero in this story.
You're the victim. You have diarrhea and everyone's making fun of you.
When someone shows you who they are, believe them. We just got an insight into what a fucking asshole this guy is, and you like to hang out with him and flirt with him? No, not on my watch, not anymore.
No. And I know you didn't come here for advice just to unburden, but
you have literally nothing to be embarrassed about.
You need some outside perspective to tell you that these people are wrong for what they did to you.
And they're not your friends. Your friends should protect you.
Yeah.
there's nothing to unburden. Like you literally, oh, you had diarrhea? Sorry, you're human.
Like they should be worried, not laughing.
And at least, you know what it shows? That you're like a really, health conscious queen, looking up, making sure everything's going right with your body. There's nothing wrong with this. Like literally your friends are just assholes.
Set down this burden and please like stop giving this guy the time of day.
Fly.
Because only a loser would do that. Like,
yeah, big loser energy.
BLE.
I'm like mad on your behalf.
Me too. Like that's just not what you do. Like if you see someone like,
what are we at 16?
Has like something like embarrassing like happening, like you don't expose
you help
it.
Minimize it. Like
you pretend like you didn't see it like a normal person and move on.
No, these people are animals. At least you know it's a blessing.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, my beautiful, stunning, and smart queens. I need to unburden this to you so I can stop panicking about it. I work from home and I'm a single girl living in a 1-bedroom apartment, so my living/workspace is tight. My office is set up in my bedroom. Yesterday, I posted a picture of my dog snoozing on my bed on our company's pet Slack channel because he was looking like a precious, crunchy angel. About 5 minutes later, I went back and looked at it, clicked on the picture, and realized my nightstand was in the background of the picture and my vibrator was sticking out of my drawer. Anyone with a brain would have been able to tell what it was if they looked at the picture. I immediately deleted the picture from Slack, but it was up for about 5 minutes and multiple people had reacted to it. So I'm sure that they saw. That's all. I'm never coming back from it. Sincerely, a girl who needs a 2-bedroom.
Okay.
I don't think it's like that bad.
I don't think it's that bad because if someone like sent a picture of their dog, I would just see the dog. Only like a snoop is looking for other things and you could just pretend it's something else.
Yeah,
in your head.
It's a face squasha.
Yeah.
It's one of those like you had a clogged duck, right? People use vibrators for their clogged duck
like
in their breast.
The vibrator that I use for my clog like definitely looks like a vibrator, but if you're not breastfeeding, that would be hard to.
What do they know?
Yeah, or maybe someone staying with you who is breastfeeding.
Maybe you're a doula on the side.
Or like remember that like bedhead bottle after party?
Yeah, the pink one.
The pink one like looked like a big dildo.
It looked like a dildo. Yeah.
Yeah, like just say it's like a hair product that looks like a dildo. LOL.
The thing is, especially when it comes to pets, like people are really only interested in looking at pictures of their own pets. So like whenever someone like sends a picture, I'm like, oh my God, so cute. You think I even open it up? I'm just like, oh, cute dog. Most of the time, people are so self-involved with their own pets. Like no one's really zooming in and being like.
Some people do snoop and zoom in though. Some people do.
Yeah, honestly, like I do often think like when I send pictures like in my house, I'm like, what is behind? Like, is it dirty underwear in the corner? Like I'm always conscious of the background in my personal home because like my home can be disgusting sometimes. So I feel this, and this is just one of those things you have to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Like now every time you send a picture to anyone from your home, like you will just glance around the background and make sure.
That's like that picture that was like going around, that live photo.
Of the girl with the engagement ring and her husband's dick in the back, yeah.
Yeah, like the photo is just of the engagement ring, but when you play it live,
her husband whips out his penis.
His penis is in it.
Yeah, live photos are not your friend.
No.
They are enemies, and the only live photos I appreciate are ones you send me of Harry because then I get like a little
action.
I get a 4-second clip instead of just a one picture.
Yeah, no, but you have to be really careful. Like sometimes I'll take a picture like if I was just breastfeeding, like my boob is out and like it's not in the picture, but like it could have been in the lead up.
No, I've seen your nipple like 50 times.
Oh no, I'm not worried about sending it to you, but like if I'm sending pictures around, then people want to play the live nipple.
And sometimes the live photos, people's settings have it to record audio, which is so scary.
So scary.
So just be careful. This is a lesson you have to learn the hard way, and it's not that big of a deal. So what? People know you exercise vaginal health. Like, it's fine. Yeah. It's not like it's a gun, you know? Like, it's fine.
It's fine. It's just like because it's work.
No, it's just like awkward. But you know what? Like life is full of awkward moments, and that's just what we have to accept when we leave our houses, you know?
Yeah. And you know what? Just put a burden down. It happened to someone else, and it was your bedhead after party.
Yeah, and in the perspective of the Big Bang Theory,
nothing
matters.
Zoom in on a photo,
yeah,
nothing. It's a speck in the time landscape of history.
Okay, this third and final one is very special to me.
I can't wait.
Hey, besties. You guys keep me sane on my 30-minute commute as an ICU nurse. Love you. Love you.
Love you. Thank you.
I'm going to make this short and sweet simply because I went to my cousin's wedding this weekend and I met my older cousin's girlfriend for the first time. We live in different states and we rarely get to see each other. The wedding was outside of Atlanta at a farm and it was quite literally infested with flies and mosquitoes. The awkward moment between the ceremony and the reception was in full swing, and I found myself alone talking to my cousin's girlfriend when I noticed a large gray shape on her shoulder. I immediately went to flick it off when she informed me that it was a mole. The worst part is that She told me it was a mole, and I flicked it again, thinking it was a stubborn-ass bug. I tried to cover my ass by saying, I just saw one flying by you. She was so sweet about it, saying this happens all the time, but I can't stop thinking about this moment. I already feel better typing this, but I feel horrible for bringing up her mole, LOL, and trying to pull it off her body. Yeah. I get it. I get it.
I think you played it off well by saying, no, there was a fly.
Yeah, I mean, I used to have like many moles, and one of the ones that brought me great grief was this one on my neck. And I'll literally never forget like being a child and someone literally telling me I got like chocolate on my neck. I'm like, it's literally a mole. I'm gonna go to the bathroom now and die, but thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like probably mutually for the both of you. Like maybe
horrifying.
She wrote in her unburden
right,
on the
but
other
you know
end.
what? At least your horror and her horror can cancel each other out.
I agree.
It's like, when you think of all the things you could have said, like, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. I think you played it off well. All you can do now is like set down the burden because it's not serving you to carry it around.
No, and like while it is sad that you live in a different state than your cousin and never get to see him, the bright side is like you never have to see his moldy girlfriend, you know?
Yeah. No, and by the time you see her next, like this will just be in the rear view.
Yeah, someone else will have done it to her shoulder, and like you won't be the most recent person in memory to have flicked her mole.
Yeah.
But you should change your name from whatever it is, Hannah, to the mole flicker. Immediately.
Yeah, but set it down. Everyone who wrote in, and everyone who wrote in this week, but we didn't get a chance to read it.
Let's all
whatever
collectively.
Your burden is, take a minute.
Release.
Sit with it. Carry that burden. It's so heavy. It's hurting. Your arms are sore. You're almost there. You're walking. Now, bend from your knees so you don't hurt your back and set the burden down. Release the burden into the ethers and free yourself from the anxiety.
You're free. You're free.
Freedom.
Freedom. I won't let you down. Freedom. I will not give you freedom. You gotta give what you take. Well, that's our show. That was Unburden Yourselves. Again, if you want to write in something horrifying that happened to you, unburdenyourselves@gmail.com.
Love it. Thank you guys so much for listening to The Morning Toast. We are so glad every time that you do. It warms our hearts.
It does. Subscribe to our YouTube.
And the podcast. What's wrong with subscribing to the podcast?
Before I make you. Okay?
Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
Where we've been posting premium content, reels that will crack you up.
And thank you so much for listening to The Morning Toast, the Millennial Morning Show, where we deliver the fast 5 stories that you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found. So that's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places. So wherever you listen to podcasts, find us, The Morning Toast, and leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, stunning, and smart we are. Hope you guys have an incredible Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow for Tuesday, friend or foe. We'll discuss tomorrow. We'll have the answers on tomorrow's show.
You don't want to miss it. This groundbreaking research.
We'll see you tomorrow morning. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.